Hi everyone, my name is Kristin Hayes. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and today we're going to be making this cute bumblebee card, and we're actually going to be using the Ladybug stamp set and punch to make the bumblebee. I've seen quite a few of these over on Pinterest and Instagram, so I thought I'd give it a go for myself. So let's get started. The first piece I have is a piece of Daffodil Delight, and this is cut at 8.5 by 5.5, and I did score it at 4 1/4. Then I've got a piece of, this is, what is it called? All Together now, or All Together, I think, not, I'm adding words, All Together. Now this paper, this DSP, is actually coming out in the beginning of February. I was just able to buy it early, and it's all black and white, and it's part of a whole bundle. You can get them separately, but there's going to be a stamp set, and they also came out with, I'm very excited over this, 10 new shades of stamping blends, and they are all skin tones. So that will be available to purchase in February also. We're not using the blends today, but I just wanted to mention them because it's nice to finally have some different skin tones. So this piece is just going to be added to our base. Here's my seal. I love having black and white patterns to work with. And we're just going to put this on here. Oh, and I don't think I said what this measured. So this is measured at 5 3/8 by 4 1/8. So there's that. Then we have a piece of basic black, and this is measured at 4 5/8 by 3 1/2, and we're going to start stamping on here. Now this is our stamp set, Hello Ladybug, and we're going to be using this flower that's in the set, and I will show you the matching punch as well. They are sold as a bundle together, and here's what it looks like when you use it as a ladybug, and I do have a video on this. I'll link it below if you're interested. So we're going to be embossing quite a bit on here. Let's see, I'll put it this way. We're going to take the flower and our Versamark. Once again, I've got things avalanching on me because I don't have a lot of room, but that's okay. So we're just going to ink this up with the Versamark and then randomly stamp on our basic black. You know what, I'm going to flip that because I can see right here I did not stamp very well. So let me just flip that. And actually, if I have my embossing buddy, I'm just going to hit it with that really quick just to take off any static on the paper. All right, let's start again here. So we're just going to randomly stamp. Oh, that's much better. Okay. I'm going to do this 4 or 5 times maybe, just to give it a nice background. The Versamark is so sticky when you ink it up, the stamp wants to stick. And then let's do another one down here at the bottom. I think that's probably good. All right. So now what we're going to do is take our white emboss powder and just sprinkle it on all over. Don't worry about sprinkling on too much because we can just funnel it back into the container. So we're just going to shake it off here. There we go. Whoop, don't want to spill this, that's for sure. Embossing powder is so fine, I feel like if you spill it, it's so hard to get up. But I'm a little klutzy, so it happens sometimes. All right. So I'm just going to blow on this a little. And I do have some spots over here. So let me just take a paintbrush. I've got one right here. And I'm just going to kind of brush some of this aside, trying not to get in the petals, just so I get a nice embossed image. We've got some up here too. All right, I think that's probably pretty good. If I keep going, I'll mess it up. So I'm going to grab my heat tool and just heat this up. There we go. That just took a minute because there was quite a bit of embossing. I got a fuzzy or something in right here. There we go. All right, so let's just put that aside. Then we are going to do, let's do the rest of the embossing. We're going to do the sentiment, and it's a happy hello, and this is from the Sunny Sentiments stamp set. Say that 5 times fast. This is just a great all-around sentiments. When you need something a little bit bigger, I like it. So let me just grab another sheet of scrap here. This time we're going to emboss in black. So we're just going to ink it up with the Versamark again. There we go. And you don't have to overly worry about getting it perfect because we are going to be using a die to cut it out. All right, if I can find where the die went, because now I'm looking and I don't know where it went, but we'll work it out. I had an avalanche of the blender pens earlier. It might have fallen off when those went off the table. All right, so let's heat this up. Alrighty, here's my heat tool. Let me get this off the paper. See what I mean about it being so fine, but I guess that's how it does its job. All right, I'm going to put that aside and hope the die shows up. If not, we'll figure something else out for that. So now we need to make our bumblebee. So what I did is I just took some basic black. This is just a scrap piece I had. And then I cut some Daffodil Delight. These are cut in 1/4 inch across, and it doesn't, as long as you can cover the punch, it doesn't matter how long these are. So I'm just going to add some adhesive. And if you look at the punch, I did get embossing powder all over. When you punch it, it's going to go like this. So I want to leave enough room for the head of the butterfly, but still be able to punch it out. So I'm just adding some seal to the backs of these pieces, and then I'm going to eyeball it so it's about 1/4 inch apart that way as well. Here's our last piece. That looks about right. All right. So I might have to trim that, yeah, just a little bit here to get the punch in a little farther, but I want to make sure I leave enough room for the antenna. All right, so what I did is I put it through to about this point, and I can cut that just a smidge more to get to that point. So I'm going to line it up so that the first stripe is here and here. And just make sure I've got it about. And it is a little bit harder to punch that out since you have double paper on it, but if you give it a good punch, it works. So then we need some wings for our bumblebee. So I just have a piece of vellum here, and I'm just going to punch out the wings. There we go. All right, so then let me just put that aside. Then I'm going to attach the wings with a glue dot. So I'm just going to roll up a glue dot with my finger, and I'm just going to tuck it in right in the middle of the wings here, like that. And then I'm just going to adhere it, right to the top here. And then just to hide that vellum, I've got the matte black dots. Now these are in the annual catalog. And we're just going to put a little dot. These already have adhesive on them over where the vellum is. And it just adds some pretty detailing to your card as well. Okay, so now we need some circles. I'm going to use my, to put the bee on, I'm going to use my circle punches, but if you don't have the circle punches since they're retired, you can always just use the layering circle dies. So this is the 2-inch circle punch. And then we're going to come in with the 2.5 circle punch and do some Daffodil Delight. I have embossing powder everywhere, my goodness. I think it'll just fit in here. Perfect. All right. And there's the die I was missing. I knew it would turn up. So we'll take that. This is out of the Tasteful Label dies, which I love. If you watch me, you know I use those quite a bit. And we'll just put this through the Stampin' Cut Emboss machine quickly. All right. Let's see. We'll line it up like that. And send it right through. Let's see. Another avalanche. All right. Oh, that might have shifted on me. Oh no, that looks perfect. Okay. All right. Let's put this aside and we'll put our card together. Alrighty, so we've got our base here, and then we're just going to adhere this on with some seal where we did our white flowered embossing, whichever way you want it to go. There we go. Then I'm going to put the white circle on top of the Daffodil Delight. Like that. There we go. And this I'm going to pop up on dimensionals. There we go. So this is just going to go right here on your card. And then we're going to pop up this little bee on some dimensionals as well. Well, 2 will do it. Probably could get away with 1 on that too. And I'm just going to tilt them to the side a little bit. There's just a little fuzzy on there. Alrighty. Now this I did on dimensionals too, but I tucked it under the bee a little bit. So you want to make sure that your dimensional is not going to hit that circle. Otherwise it'll be popped up more than you want it to be. All right, so we're just going to tuck this in like this, and I did do it to the edge here. And that's all there is to it for our little bee card. I love it when you can find an alternative use to a punch or any tool really. So I hope you enjoyed the video. I would love it if you would subscribe, and thank you so much for your time.